Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be the beginning of my classic Christmas reviews. I will be reviewing classic Christmas movies. If you guys did not see my last video, I will start to do that. And I'm going to start with this one. You guys are probably wondering, why are you starting with this movie? Out of any movie you could start with, why are you starting with this movie? And the reason is because I recently saw this movie a second time, and it really made me realize, a lot of how much I like it and things like that. And that movie is a absolute classic. What in my mind is a total classic. It actually is not a classic though. It did not. I don't know if it did well in the theaters. I'm not sure. But that movie is a movie that just everyone loves it, and that is the 1993 animated stop motion musical fantasy classic, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I know what you guys are saying, why didn't you review this back in Halloween? Let me explain why, guys. First of all, Halloween I focus primarily on horror movies. I could have reviewed this, but I didn't. And the reason I wanted to review this one first is because I recently just watched this movie in my English class. We're talking about gothic stories, and basically what we did was we watched this again to see if Nightmare Before Christmas is a gothic story, and watching the movie, it really made me realize how much I love it. Nightmare Before Christmas is an absolute masterpiece. I love this movie to death. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think it's a movie that really anyone can enjoy because it takes place Halloween and Christmas and also a little bit of Easter. But it's a great movie, in my opinion, and it really is just a fantastic movie. And let's just get to the plot of Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a very original plot that I personally really enjoy. Basically, the plot of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and you guys could probably say this is more of a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie. It's actually both, because basically we focus on this town called Halloween Town, not the movie, not the Disney Channel movie. There's this town called Halloween Town, basically, and I'd say, like, ruler of that town, the guy that, like, he's called the Pumpkin King, is Jack the Skeleton. Jack the Skeleton, though, is kind of getting tired of, doing this every single day. Every single day it's Halloween there. All the time it's Halloween. It's always the Halloween holiday. He always is known as the Pumpkin King. He scares children and things like that. And he's kind of getting tired of it. So one day he's walking around in the forest, outside a cemetery, and he sees this door. He goes through the door. By the way, guys, this is also supposedly the story of why we have holidays. He goes through the door, and right through that door, and the town of Halloween Town, I should mention, is very dark, very, horror-looking, very eerie-looking. It's not really a place I think anyone would really want to live unless they want to get creeped out. He goes through this door, and that leads him to the town of Christmas Town, which is this town that is pretty much, filled with basically all the joys of Christmas and everything. And Jack starts to get obsessed with the idea of Christmas Town and wants to sort of recreate it in his world. However, that's going to end up backfiring on him because he hires these three people to kidnap Santa, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, but they work for this very evil guy named Oogie Boogie, who is basically the main villain of this movie, and that's basically the plot of The Nightmare Before Christmas, that they eventually are going to ruin Christmas, and, basically he wants this all to go well and basically turn Halloween Town and get them to have their own Christmas, and that's the plot of The Nightmare Before Christmas. We do have a subplot in there, which I definitely want to talk about, but that's basically the plot of Nightmare Before Christmas, and one of the things I love about it is that it's such an original plot. There's nothing really like this. I mean, there are other stories of why we have certain holidays, but nothing like The Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas really tells a great story of why we have the holidays we have. Sorry, guys, I just got a got something on Twitter, but it really tells a story of why we have certain holidays that we have, why we have Halloween, why we have Christmas, and let me talk about why this represents Christmas so well. The town of Christmas Town is fantastic. I mean, really, it's a fantastic town. And let's get to the acting in this movie. First of all, our main star here is Christopher Sarandon as Jack Skellington, and he's absolutely fantastic in this role. I mean, his character really is so fascinating. I mean, he's, should be this very, like, ferocious, scary character, but after he goes to Christmas Town, he completely changes. He starts to realize how much he likes the happiness of Christmas Town, how much he's tired of the scariness and everything. And there's a great scene where he is singing Danny Elfman provides a singing voice, but he did a very good job as well with the singing. But there's a great scene where Jack is telling the townspeople all about Christmas Town. They think it's like some horror place and everything, and it's not exactly going as he planned, but you can see how obsessed he is with Christmas Town, and the way he, did that was very well done. I definitely really enjoyed his acting in the movie. Really, he was one of the best parts of the movie, and I thought his acting was fantastic. Then you have Catherine O'Hara as Sally, who is sort of the subplot of the movie. Her character is this rag doll, and the love interest of Jack. She got into this side plot with a love story between her and Jack. But she was created by Dr. Finkelstein, which yes is a parody of Frankenstein. And she basically gets tortured by him. She wants to sort of get out and be her own person, but he doesn't let her. And her character is really cool because she can just if she wants to, if she loses an arm or something, she can just, sew it right back on. And I think her character is really cool because of that. And Catherine O'Hara did a very good job, definitely. One of the highlights of the movie is her voice. Is her singing. There's a great song with her where she's singing about how she doesn't know if this is going to work out with Jack, if the whole Christmas thing is going to work. She's scared of it and everything. And she really provided that very well. I thought she definitely did a very good job, in my opinion. William Hickey plays Dr. Finkelstein. He was very good as well. He's the father of Sally. I thought he was a good character, definitely. You can see that he wants to basically, control Sally and doesn't want her to do her own thing, but she wants to. Very much like a very controlling father. I mean, yes, he is torturing her. Yes, he's doing this messed up shit to her, but she wants to do her own thing. That's why he is doing this to her. Then you have Gene Shadick as the mayor of Halloween Town, who I love his character because his face is kind of, I don't know if it was intentional, but it's a parody of live theater. You know how in live theater you have the two faces that are happy and then one's the tragedy? When he's happy, you see that face, and then when he's sad, you see the tragedy face. I don't know if that was intentional, but I think his character was very funny because of that. I really do love his character a lot. I love his wild mood swings. He's very, very funny and great character. Then you have Ken Page as Oogie Boogie. Oogie Boogie steals the show in this movie. Steals the show. Okay, this is a Disney movie, of course. The villain always steals the show. He has an awesome number. He comes in very late into the movie. He comes in the second half of the movie, and he does a fantastic job, in my opinion. I thought he was amazing in the movie. His song is so, creepy and everything. He himself is a very creepy character. He's basically supposed to represent the boogeyman, and I thought his character was very well done, in my opinion. Definitely really enjoyed that. Ed Ivory plays Santa Claus, who I thought was great as well. And then you have Lock, Shock, and Barrel, who have this great song as well. They want to kidnap Santa Claus. They work for Oogie Boogie. And I thought their characters are very well done as well. So, let's get to the directing in here. The director here is Henry Selick, and my god, he did an amazing job with this movie. He really did. Because one of the things that Henry Selick did was he really knew how to represent Christmas and Halloween. He really did. The animation in this movie, oh my god, can we talk about how amazing the animation is to this movie? This movie took over, it takes years to make a stop-motion movie. And this worked out perfectly. I believe this was, one of the first stop-motion movies ever made. And it really is a beautiful-looking movie. When you go to the town of Halloween Town, it's very dark and everything. When you go to Christmas Town, it's very bright colors. And the way that animation is done is very well done. And the thing I love about it is that you can watch this movie during Halloween or Christmas. Now, in my opinion, it is more of a Christmas movie because Christmas is the central plot of this movie. And I definitely really enjoy that. But the other thing we have to talk about are the songs in this movie. The songs in this movie are very short. This movie's actually very short, 76 minutes. It's very short, but the songs are amazing. Every single song will get stuck in your head. Every single song is very catchy, especially the title song, This Is Halloween. Everyone knows that song. If you guys don't know it for Christmas, you know that This Is Halloween. You hear it all the time. Or What's This? That song's also great. Sally's song is great. There's some great songs in here, and the songs really are one of the best parts of the movie by far. In a musical, you need to have good songs, and this is Disney we're talking about. Of course they have really good songs, and I thought the songs in this movie were very well done as well. Just amazing songs, definitely. The screenplay is also very, very well done. Screenplay is one of the best parts of this movie. The editing's very good. As I said, this movie is very short, but it goes by like that, flies by, and it never feels too short or anything. It never feels like, oh, that abruptly ended. No, it really worked perfectly, and I thought that was definitely very good. I thought the editing was fine in my opinion, definitely. And the other thing we have to talk about is Tim Burton, who, this man's a genius. He really is. He wrote the story for this movie. What's interesting about Tim Burton is, it's on this Blu-ray, actually. He wrote a short film for Disney. They fired him for it because they thought it would scare kids and everything. But surprisingly, they let him come back for this film, which I thought was interesting. But he didn't direct it. He did the animation. He only produced Nightmare Before Christmas. But I thought he definitely did a good job with the producing. He really had a great idea when he came up with this story, and I thought it really was a fantastic story, in my opinion. And I definitely really enjoyed that. And now, we're going to very quickly talk about the spoilers of Nightmare Before Christmas. If you guys don't know the spoilers of Nightmare Before Christmas, what are you doing? Watch this movie right now, because it's one of the most amazing anime movies of all time, in my opinion. Definitely one of my favorite anime movies ever. And if you guys have not seen it, just watch it now, because it's amazing. And let's get to the spoilers. So, of course, Oogie Boogie ends up kidnapping Santa. He almost kills Santa and everything, who was very well portrayed, in my opinion. I love the way Santa was portrayed. And Jack, of course, ends up saving the town. Everyone thinks he's dead. Jack, of course, had ruined Christmas in Christmas Town before because he gave them all these very grotesque gifts. Their presents were trying to kill them. By the way, this movie is very funny. It seems like it's a very dark premise, which it is, but it's very funny, it's very hilariously portrayed, and that's one of the things I remembered about this movie. I forgot how funny this movie really was. There are some great jokes to this movie as well, especially a lot of Halloween references, and there's some Christmas references there as well. I thought there were some great jokes, definitely. Of course, basically then Jack ends up killing Oogie Boogie, and we find out he's just like a bunch of snakes and insects and all that disgusting stuff, and Oogie Boogie dies. And then, Christmas is over after Jack returns, and Santa makes snow fall over Halloween Town, and the townspeople are confused, but they start to like it, and it's very well done the way that was done. And basically, in the end, Jack and Sally, they end up together, and a lot of people could say it was a very abrupt ending, but I think it's a good ending, because it does what the movie was trying to show, which is how holidays were created, and why we have holidays, and I definitely really enjoy that. And I think the movie really got that point across very, very well, and I definitely thought that was great. I believe this movie did get some awards. I'm not sure about that, but I believe it did get awards. Yeah, it got awards for Best Visual Effects, and it also got a Golden Globe for Best Original Score, which it definitely deserved, and I think it definitely deserves both of those things. And this movie has had a huge legacy. Let me explain how much of a legacy this is. Go into Abercrombie and Fitch. You've seen every character in this movie. There are so many, clothes designs to this movie. This movie has, a huge fan base. If you say anything bad about this movie, you're gonna have tons of people after you. There's a card game based on it. I mean, there's a Jenga game based on it. I'm reading this, from... I'm reading that there's actually a Jenga game based on this. It's a very, very popular movie because of that, and I really think that it deserves all that, because The Nightmare Before Christmas is a fantastic movie. If you guys have not seen it, watch it right now. It's perfect for Christmas. You guys may think it looks like a Halloween movie, but it really is both a movie you can watch Halloween and Christmas, which I meant to watch this Halloween, but I didn't, and I definitely will continue to watch it next year, because it's a fantastic movie, one of my favorite anime movies of all time, and just, it's a great movie. That's been my review, Night Before Christmas. Let me know what you guys think of this movie. Overall, guys, I absolutely love this movie. And definitely, of course, my Letterboxd review will be in the description down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be probably for another classic Christmas review. So I'll see you guys, the classic Christmas movie review. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.